Hello and welcome to RSS Infrastructure's HSQETV. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Bradshaw. I'm the Group HSQE Manager for RSS Infrastructure. Today we're going to look at driver safety. So let's start by looking at stopping distances. The distance travelled from when the driver sees a hazard and applies the brakes, which is the thinking distance, and when the vehicle comes to a complete stop from its original speed are both including the stopping distance, which is also classed as the braking distance. The official government estimates of the car stopping distances have been used in a useful stopping distance calculator, which is available at brake.org.uk. So, what do we mean by thinking distance? The distance a vehicle travels during the time it takes for the driver to detect a hazard, recognise that action is required, and decide what action is required before applying the brake pressure is the thinking distance. Thinking distances vary for every driver and can be influenced by a variety of factors such as driver weariness, distraction, and visual impairment. Why do braking distances vary? And here's a bit of science. The braking distance is proportional to the square of the initial speed and is determined by how quickly a vehicle is travelling before the brakes are applied. As a result, even minor speed increases result in dramatically greater braking distances. In wet or slippery conditions, braking distances are substantially longer for larger and heavy vehicles. A driver has less time to respond to a problem on the road ahead of them when travelling at higher speeds. In the few seconds it takes driver to recognise and react to a hazard, a car can go at a significant distance. Slowing down allows the driver to react more quickly and avoid a collision. So, let's test our knowledge with Brake's stopping distance calculator. Next, we are looking at speed limits. Speed limits are just that, they're limits, not goals. They are designated as the maximum speed for any given route and should never be exceeded. A safe speed is often much lower than the official limit. Here are some statistics from Brake and Direct Line's findings in 2018. 3 in 4 UK drivers admit to breaking the speed limit. 6 in 10 UK drivers think the limit is the safest speed to travel. And 9 in 10 UK drivers aim to drive at around the speed limit. Speed limits on UK roads follow national standards and can vary based on the vehicle being driven. For goods vehicles not exceeding 7.5 tonnes, the limits are: in built-up areas, it's 30 miles an hour. Single carriageways, 50 miles per hour. Dual carriageways, 60 miles per hour. And motorways, it's 70 miles per hour or 60 miles per hour if articulated or towing. In the event of a collision, the faster the speed of the vehicle involved, the greater the risk of serious injury or death. With increasing speed, the chance of injury rises dramatically. A crash at 30 miles an hour has a lot more energy and potential for destruction than a crash at 20 miles per hour. 1 in 4 fatal crashes involve someone driving too fast. Every day, traffic accidents affect individuals, families and communities all around the world. It is in everybody's best interest for drivers to maintain a speed that is appropriate for the road type and conditions ahead. Let's look at another factor, driving at night. At night, driving circumstances are drastically different. Visibility is impaired and it might be difficult to spot vulnerable road users such as pedestrians, cyclists and motorcyclists. According to statistics, 40% of all collisions occur during the hours of darkness. You are far more likely to fall asleep behind the wheel if you're driving at times where you'd normally be sleeping. The risk of falling asleep at the wheel is a big factor, accounting for 20% of all serious accidents on motorways and roads across the United Kingdom. It is vital that you can see properly and be seen at night. Vehicle lights are required for your safety and the protection of those around you. Driving at night without fully functional front and rear lights is unlawful. Before embarking on a journey, make sure that all of the car lights are functioning correctly. Finally, we must mention rural roads, which many of us use on a regular basis to get to site. Many rural roads are small, with blind turns and brows and a few safe places to pass, making them the most dangerous roads for all road users. They often lack pavements and cycle paths, but they are routinely used by some of the most vulnerable road users, such as cyclists and pedestrians. On rural roads, 10 times more people are killed than on highways. Cyclists are nearly 3 times more likely than other road users to be killed on rural roads. In the UK, over 1,000 people die every year on rural roads. Please remember, it is important to maintain your vehicle and to drive responsibly and safely at all times. Thank you for your time today. If you or your colleagues have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me or your local HSQE advisor. Please join me next month for the next edition of HSQE TV. Take care and stay safe.